Welcome.
Hey guys, you have made it into our introduction video. You found us through one of our, maybe one of our blogs or one of our Facebook
Or
videos,
maybe you just heard about us
or
somewhere.
a friend shared us with you. But it's so exciting to have you a part of our community.
Yeah, we're really happy that you're here and want to jump right into this introductory course.
Yeah, and you know, it's so exciting for us because we know as you arrive, there's some curiosity, maybe a little bit of excitement. We know where this adventure is going to take you, so we're gonna roll up our sleeves and jump right in. This video, in it, we're going to be sharing the 6 secrets of mindful creation.
And that's so that you can joyfully realize your full potential.
So guys, take a breath. You might want to have a notebook, a pencil, and let's get right into the training.
So whether or not you know it, you are in constant creation. Everything that you're experiencing right now is a result of small choices over many, many, many years in your life.
And our intention is to shift you from a place where a lot of the creation in your life is accidental to where you are living as a mindful creator, manifesting the life of your dreams. So let's take a look.
How's it working for you right now? When you look at your life in front of you?
Yeah, just take a snapshot. Look at your health, your relationships, your career. Are you experiencing all the joy that you could possibly imagine?
And are you having fun?
Or maybe there's some gaps.
If you knew you couldn't fail, if you knew that you could manifest anything, what would it be?
You know, that's such a great question, because a lot of people won't take that leap of faith. They won't act because they're afraid they can fail. So let's open up that imagination of yours. If you could manifest anything,
what would it look like? More health, strength, and vitality?
Okay, I've got to tell. Guys, this, you know, you've met Dr. Laura somehow through some of our trainings. Those are Dr. Laura's legs.
Thanks, babe.
I love those legs. I'm sorry, you guys.
They're strong. They get me a lot of places.
Wow. So you might be looking for more health, strength, vitality.
Or perhaps more wealth, success, and financial freedom, the ability to move and experience the world in a different way.
Yeah, there've got to be places you want to go, things you want to do, things you want to see.
Or maybe you're wanting more love, more romance, more intimacy.
Yeah, we know a bunch of you guys are married, and when you look at when you think about what you wanted when you got married, that passion, that fire, would you like to bring some of that back?
Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not in a relationship.
Maybe you want to find the love of your life.
Yeah. You know, and some of you may be thinking about, how can I have more of a positive impact on the world? You know, how can I have more meaning in my life and touch more people?
You know, this is a big one. I know a lot of coaches and trainers are here in this training with us today. And I love this line. Now I'm more in love with me and my husband. Thank you from my overflowing heart. Guys, you know, the joy that we get from knowing that when we move out in the world, the world's a little bit brighter because of what we do. That's a great thing to manifest.
Yeah, I love hearing that from people who've worked with us, how the world around them shifts and changes as they make changes in their lives.
What else might we want to manifest?
Maybe you want more fun, more play, more adventures. That was certainly on my list at one point years ago. More play.
You know, so many of our clients talk about everything they have to do, and there's this weight and there's this heaviness to it. What about the things you want to do? Do you remember that lightness and joy? Ooh, lightness and joy. Kind of a gnarly shift.
You may have heard about this. There was a study done by a nurse in hospice, and she found that the number one regret of the dying in her time with the people who are at the end of their life really came down to, I didn't have the courage to live my truth.
You know, guys, this is so heartbreaking to me. I've lost so many people so young, and to imagine in that last cogent moment that, God, I lived for my dad or my wife or my husband or society, and I didn't live in my truth. At Life Advance International, guys, we are so committed to giving power to your dreams, your story, and your voice.
So you can live your truth. Imagination. How long has it been since you were so turned on by an idea you couldn't sleep?
You know, we're going to talk. This lies at the core of this training. Reawakening your capacity to imagine, to see, and to feel a reality that is so exciting you can't not move in that direction.
You can't not.
Can't
I
not.
love that.
This is one of my favorite Proverbs, and the Bible's a tough read. I've read it a couple times, and I didn't understand this. For as he thinketh in his heart, so he is. Don't we think in our brains? You know, that's so. We're going to explore this, because when you recognize the power of thoughts, when they're infused with emotion, you're going to start tapping into the power you need to access to live the life of your dreams.
And what do we say, Bill?
Well, if you can see it and feel it, you can create it. So it's so much more than just seeing. It's infusing your dreams with emotion and power.
And really experiencing them. So why are we here? Who are we?
Who are we?
I'm Dr. Laura Ciel, and
hello, Dr. Ciel.
You know who I am. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. My background, really the story for me starts when I was a really little girl, and I was just wondering about life and wondering about meaning and wondering about the world, and I would have trouble sleeping at night because I wanted to understand. I couldn't understand how you just are born and then you die, and there was just something I still can't put words to it, but it drove me to get a doctorate in psychology, where I do help a lot of people, and I continue to want to reach people who really want to see if there's a way to connect more strongly with who you are within, and to bring that out into the world in a way that makes me cry, makes the world just a little bit better, just a little bit more beautiful, with a little bit more love and a little bit more connection. I kind of lost my words.
No, you didn't know. I know you guys felt the power of her words.
I feel a lot.
I'm Bill Poett. I am the other co-founder of Life Advance International. Very different background than Dr. Ciel's. I was not great in college. I actually left my senior year. I became a close quarter combat instructor, which is an odd career choice. I specialized in knife fighting. I got to work with members of our special operations teams. And I got to move in a world where the men were literally the best in the world at what they did. And I was thrilled by that level of performance. But what I also realized as I went out as a consultant and got involved with corporations and world-class athletes, there's a lot of people that are they're pursuing performance at the expense of joy.
Oh, that's no good.
No, and I am unwilling to do that. So you're going to find in our training, we talk a lot about love and joy and fun. One of the things that we believe is we really believe you deserve the best. And for the last 25 years, Dr. Ciel and I have worked with billion-dollar corporations.
Independently until recently.
Well, yeah, our company, Life Advance International, is just about a year and a half old, but we have served huge corporations, individuals, been featured on ABC Eyewitness News for the programs that we've delivered. And the reason we have this here is we want you to understand there are so many opportunities for you to learn. We believe you deserve access to the very best, and we have served the best. Who's this?
This is Russ Strobel. He's one of our clients.
We love Russ. Russ was the chairman of NICOR. Just to give you a little idea of the world that Russ traveled in, when he left, he was given a $23.8 million retirement bonus. So I'm guessing Russ was pretty good at what he did.
Yeah, and he really this is just a testimonial from someone who has been around and done a lot of these trainings. I think he said to us that he had 35 years of...
I've worked with many leadership and performance experts. During that time, I have never encountered a team better than Bill and Laura. And we're not saying this to wear out our arms from patting ourselves on the back. We're saying this, guys, because we're totally committed to your success. And we want you to know that you are now among the elites in terms of who you are training with.
Absolutely. So today's training, and it really is a training, even though it's going to be brief and it's only a small piece of what you would get in our mini course, what would you get in our full course, but it really is a training, and it's not just a combination of concepts and tools. We call it self-help stew that's just kind of thrown at you. It really has universal application. You can use this for any area of your life that you might want to move forward in.
That's exciting. I just want to jump in. We're going to give case studies in our mini course where you see it used in relationships, and you see it used in corporations, and you see it used by individuals. So it is a universal process.
And really, it's a creation that's come from over 50 years of research and testing. That's Bill and I each individually and then together over the last 25 years, coming together and really distilling down what works.
That's key. What we are going to teach you has been proven and tested. We're not teaching theory. We're not teaching ideas about how things work. We're really bringing you the best of what we have. And lastly, it's fun.
It is fun.
We love the work. We love the people that we work with, and we love what we're sharing. And
we know you're just like all of our clients. You can do this too.
It's really exciting. So you see a picture of Wayne Gretzky or the head of a huge corporation. You think, well, I might not be able to do that. And the fact of the matter is we have moms and dads and couples and housewives from all over the world using these tools every day to move into a bigger, brighter life. And so welcome
in all areas of
all areas. So let's start training.
So this is something, I don't know if you've heard this before. If you want more from life, you must become more. Less can never have more. And the reason why we put that there is so often when we're working with people, there is a focus on waiting until something is kind of perfect. Well, when I get this job, or when I get in this relationship, or when I get married, or when I have kids, or when I retire, or then everything's supposedly going to be okay. And really what it is, this work is starting within, becoming more and being able to expand and open up yourself. That's where you get to have more love, more joy, more success, more joy,
everything. And there's a lot of people who don't even know what they want, so that's not much of a help. But then there's people who know what they want. They've done the vision boards, they've read the book The Secret, and they're wishing, wanting, and hoping for a shift. Well, that's not going to happen until you shift. And we're going to be talking about, you hear about a 1x, 2x, 10x, 20x life, and we believe your life can be limitless, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about your personal power grid. And I love this fact. We put a lot of weight on knowledge. We put a lot of weight on intelligence. The problem is a genius is someone who tests with an IQ of 140 or above. A developmentally disabled person is someone who tests with an IQ of 70 or below. So in terms of intellect, there's only a 2x factor difference between a genius and a person who's learning impaired. So how can a person have a 5x, 10x, 100x more wealth, joy, impact, and success? How's that possible, Doc?
Well, let's take a look at the next slide where we talk about your personal power grid. And
this is a big one. So you might want to take out your notebook. We break you down into what we call elemental quotients, and you have 5 of them.
That sounds terrible. We break them down.
Well, how do we say that?
On this slide, we break it down. You're actually very well integrated.
Yes, you are incredibly integrated. Forgive me for breaking you down. But like the Marines,
we just identify the different.
Sometimes we have to break you down to build you back up again. So you've got these 5 quotients, and most people have heard of IQ. That's your intelligence quotient. A lot of people in the corporate world have heard of EQ, your emotional quotient. Very few people talk about PQ, SQ, or EQ. What we want you to understand is that these quotients possess X factor capabilities. And so your physical quotient, your PQ, gets 1 X star. And what that means is if you're creating your life based solely on what you can do with your body, you're going to have a minimum impact. You know, you're going to get up, you're going to get in the field at 6 o'clock, you're going to toil in the field till 6 o'clock, you're going to come home, rest, eat, and do it over again. So living from your PQ, you're really allowed the minimal impact. Now, we move up into the IQ. You go to a good college, you get a good degree.
You have a good basic intelligence.
Good basic intelligence. You're really doubling your X factor. You're going to get paid more. You're going to have more opportunity. You're going to have more impact. So we call that the 2X life. When you start moving into EQ, it starts getting exciting. What we've learned is America's highest paid men and women have greater EQs than IQs. Your emotional quotient is your capacity to manage your emotional state and support and manage the emotional state of other people around you. So these are the team builders, the team leaders, the visionaries.
And then people don't talk as much about SQ, which is the spiritual or service quotient. This is how are you bringing your gifts out into the world, the impact that you have on other people.
And now we're moving into that 20, 30, 40X life, guys, because think of Steve Jobs. How many millions of people was he able to touch because of his efforts? Think of Mother Teresa or Martin Luther King. So these are men and women who are using their connection, their spiritual service connection to other people. Their gifts to expand their lives. And then we're going to get into your energetic quotient. We're just going to touch on this, but this is where your life can become limitless. This is
we call that 9Q.
Your 9Q.
I think we mentioned this earlier about you are in constant creation, and every thought, every word, every action that you're taking is connected to some future creation. So like we mentioned earlier, what is in front of you right now is a result of those thoughts, those words, those actions leading up until now. And that can be accidental.
And guys, this is so important because you are in constant creation and learning how to be mindful, learning how to pay attention to the outcomes that you are creating energetically is one of the key principles we teach. And the last thought in this slide, this is going to be a big one, and we're going to be moving you into this. The most powerful thoughts, the most creative thoughts that you have are those thoughts that are fueled by emotion. So let's take a look at this slide. We have a client we work with, an MIT physicist, and we were talking about energy. We were talking about creation. And we asked him, what percentage of the universe is physical matter? What percent is energy and space? And I was honestly blown away by his answer. He said 99.999999%.
A lot of nines.
A lot of nines of all that is not physical matter. Only 0.000001% is physical matter. And so, guys, pay very close attention to this. You're surrounded by and primarily made up of energy. And as you begin to connect to this and understand and integrate this, everything in your life is going to change. Because
that's part of the fun.
Yeah, creation, guys, is more than 99% energetic. So here's the question.
Think about it. Are you an accidental creator, a partial creator, or a mindful creator? How much of the creation, how much of what is in front of you has been conscious and mindful up until now?
And you know, if you know someone, certainly not you, whose life is a complete mess, that would be
My life has been a complete mess. It might be.
Okay, well, and as has mine. Well, when my life was a complete mess, I was operating as an accidental creator. I wasn't connecting how my thoughts and my words and my actions were leading to my reality. So that's at level one. Partial creators are really interesting. These are men and women who are really great at connecting maybe they've built beautiful bodies, but they're mean people. Or maybe they've made $100 million, but they're obese. They're lacking integration in their life. And then we have the mindful creator, and that's where we're here to guide you.
It's our focus.
Yeah, we're living fully integrated lives, living in joy, living in love, and living in creation. So Accidental creators focus their time and energy on matter. And remember this, guys.
Matter barely matters.
Because it's a tiny percentage of what is. These are the people who think of themselves as realists.
Yeah.
And the reason why their goals don't work is they're focusing on what's in front of them.
So what already is.
Right. And that's very slow moving energy, and it's very hard to change.
And mindful creators on the other side focus the majority of their time and their energy on what can be, what might be possible, what could be, what might that look like.
It's so exciting, guys. They are the practical dreamers. They're unbound by what is, and they're thrilled by what can be.
And we say practical because it's not just staying in a dreamy state of ooh, that would be nice. They're practical dreamers, mindful creators, see it, and then through a process, make it happen.
And we're going to teach you that exact process that shows you how to take a dream and convert it into its physical manifestation, because that's what mindful creators do.
And so what we're saying is you increase your X factor by managing your energy. If you're focusing on physical only, if you're focusing even on intellectual only, emotional only, you're only going to get so far. It's really about managing your energy.
Which is huge, guys. When you can step out into that space of what can be and learn how to use energy to create the life of your dreams, you're really claiming your power. And here's the first thing you need to understand.
Think about emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. Anything more you want to say about that?
Not at all.
Okay.
But here's what I want to say about this. You have two profoundly magnetic emotions. You have love and you have fear.
I know which one I choose.
Most of the time, and we're going to show you the different outcomes. This is an interesting slide.
When the emotions of love, sex, and romance are brought into harmony, anything is possible.
Guys, if you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, he's worth checking out. At the turn of the last century, spent 25 years studying the 2,500 of the most successful men and women, Edison, Ford, Roosevelt, and encapsulated this learning into this philosophy. And he understood, even though the language was different, that emotion is what drives life, and the positive emotions. This is key.
Love is the most powerful creative emotion.
When you are in love, you are in expansion. You have access to infinite resources and intelligence. And so tapping into the things you love is crucial.
And opposite to that, fear is the most powerful destructive emotion. And sometimes we're not even aware that we're in a place of fear, but that emotion is the opposite of creation. It's the opposite of moving forward in a beautiful, powerful way.
Fear causes us to contract, to shrink, to become less than.
So when you're thinking about manifesting the life of your dreams, it really requires you to become a dreamer. And again, this isn't, well, we said it here, not a new age chant. It's actually science. It's not staying in that dreamy space. It's becoming a dreamer and then being able to act on that through a process, and you can apply it to anything.
And guys, like attract likes. If you want to manifest a beautiful, kind, passionate, engaged, loving partner, then you have to become a passionate, engaged, loving individual.
That's a tricky one for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think most people want someone else to change first. You might think about it in your own life. There may be times where you want some other person to make changes, and you're like, when they do that, then I'll be able to. No, it starts with you. You
are the driver, guys. And remember, less can never have more, less can only have equal to. So how do we expand into becoming a mindful creator? So you're getting a really abbreviated version, but we hope that it excites you and piques your curiosity. There's 6 keys to mindful creation, and when you master these 6 principles, you really are able to just explode, expand. I don't know if explode is the right word, but expand, unleash, and move forward and really get to that place of really being fully who you are. So let's take a look at it. What's principle number 1? Principle 1 is as we read these, really, you can say them out loud if you're in a place where you can do that, or go back and do it later and see how it feels to you. You want to see how much resonance there is when you say it, because they're not just words, there's energy behind it. And the first one
is I am inherently worthy.
And guys, of everything that we teach and work on, this one is the key. It holds, it's the chalice. And as you expand and grow this truth, your life is going to expand in equal measure. And in this process, we have some elements and we have steps, which we're going to touch on here. We're going to invite you a little bit later into this really fun mini course. It's under $10, but we want to give you the concepts now so you can begin understanding. In step one, you imagine feeling worthy of all of your dreams. If you could do that, what might your life look like if you wouldn't accept or settle or compromise, and if you could claim the life you know you deserve? And in this step, we talked about really getting you turned on, getting you excited by the possibility of who you are, because you are worthy. And that takes us to our second principle.
And the second one is I am perfectly unique.
And this isn't a theory. Take a look at your thumb right now.
It's true.
You know, you're
as much as you try to fit in with some situation or group, you are a perfectly unique individual.
Your DNA is proof. And the problem is when you subjugate who you are to another person's dreams and values, you lose your power.
That's
so
back to the number one regret of the dying.
Right, didn't have the courage to live my truth. So in this second step in this process, you make a declaration. We connect to the things that you love, the talents and gifts that you have, and you create a blueprint for your life. And like the blueprint of your dream home, it's not going to look like anyone else's. And that's how you can really tell that you're on the path, when you have connected to your passion, your truth, your dreams.
Another fun part of the process.
Yeah.
So in this third principle, I am continuously growing.
We touched on this right at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you want more, I was cueing you to finish the.
I don't know when you're cueing me.
Yeah.
If you want more, you need to become more.
You got to become more. And what's so miraculous about us as people, guys, is we can expand. We talk about your ATR in our courses, and your ATR is your ability to respond. And guess what? You have 5 quotients: physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, energetic. Remember that power grid? If you want a better life, develop a training protocol. And
for all of the areas.
And it's really important. And this is where education falls short. Your training protocol should be in direct support of your life's blueprint. Don't spend a lot of time.
Not someone else's.
Yeah, don't spend a lot of time and energy learning things that don't relate to you.
And our next principle, back to something we talked about a little bit earlier about love. I am motivated from love. That really, truly is your true nature.
And when you are, guys, you are in expansion and you are in growth and you are actually fearless. This is so key, because when you are motivated for love, you're afraid you don't have it. When you're motivated from fear, you're in a very contracting defensive state. So in this fourth step, this fourth key, it's where you open up your heart, you connect to the energetic drivers, you get turned on, and you fully commit. You don't kind of commit. You are all in for your life. And just take a moment, guys, and imagine waking up and being so turned on by your dreams, by your blueprint, that you blast out into the world and you are fully engaged. And what if you were on a team? What if your wife or spouse or kids or husbands were totally engaged?
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Next principle.
The next principle is I am a gift. And this is, all of these, again, notice which ones really feel good and notice which ones are a little bit harder for you to really, really resonate with or really, really feel in your bodies. This is a hard one for some people. I am a gift. You are a gift. You have that back to that unique being that you are. And you have gifts to offer the world.
And guys,
no one else does.
This is so important. If you want to 5, 10, 20x your life, you can't do it copying other people.
No, that never works. It's not sustainable. It might work a little bit.
Think of the people that have changed the world. Elvis Presley, Pablo Picasso, Elon Musk. They were pure originals. And we're challenging you to embrace that. And this is really fun. In step 5, this is where the living, loving, sharing, impact, and fun takes place.
This next principle is I am joyfully realizing my full potential.
This is number 6, guys. Oh, see, a lot of people think that there's a destination, that there's a place in life we're trying to get. And we all know people whose lives have been cut short. And what we're here to share with you is that in life, it's really about every day. It's about identifying the most beautiful dream you can possibly imagine, and then taking steps in joy each day that are allowing you to actualize and connect with that. So the step here is it's a review phase, and this is so important. As you go through this process, and we're going to teach you, it's a fully integrated process. There are these 6 steps, these 6 principles. It's essential that every single day you learn how to stop. You access real-time feedback. What's working, what isn't, and you make modifications to your plan and then you move closer and closer to the life that you've dreamed of. I love this step because it kind of ties a bow around the process.
I love it because it helps people who have perfectionistic qualities to realize that there isn't just one endpoint. You get to go, ooh, what's working, what isn't working, and how can I change this to expand and grow even more?
So you're allowed to make mistakes, guys.
Absolutely.
So let's do a quick review.
Quick review.
The 6 steps to mindful creation. I love these. And as you say them, you're going to feel power. You're going to feel an energetic shift. Number 1.
Or you may not right away. Sometimes that's practice.
All right, it might take some practice, but I'm going to challenge you to feel something as we go through these. I am inherently worthy. I am perfectly unique. I am continuously growing. I am motivated from love. I am a gift. I am joyfully realizing my full potential. And
feels so good.
You know, we're going to pause for 1 second because you see those I ams in capital. Those are the 2 most powerful words in the English language because you are using your power of declaration to define really who you are. So we're gonna play. We're gonna take a couple of minutes and we're gonna play. We're going to do a little exercise where you get to imagine your life a year from now after embodying each of these principles.
What if you really resonated with each one of those?
You connect and you own them. So we're just going to take a couple of minutes. We're going to do a creative, mindful visualization. So we want you guys to just take a few breaths, kind of sit back, sit upright in your chair.
And notice your breath and lengthen the inhale a little bit, lengthen the exhale a little bit. Let go of what was and just be here right now. We're only going to do this for a couple moments.
Breathe in energy and light and awareness and possibility, and exhale any doubt or fear or editing. And we're going to have you imagine a beautiful spot in nature. And it could be somewhere that you visited. It could be somewhere that you create, but we want it to have a nice body of water, maybe a stream, a lake, a river there. And just see all the elements of nature, the earth, water, feel the warmth from the sun. Maybe you're leaning back against a tree or on a stone
and create it how you need to in order to feel safe, in order to feel grounded, feel supported.
And feel a gentle breeze on your cheek. And we're just letting our imagination move us into this new space. And take a moment and just color it. If you can imagine the seasons, or is the grass green or is it gold? And look around you, are flowers in bloom? And just let your imagination paint it with some details. And take a few more moments and feel safe and feel in joy and love. And we're going to have you take one big breath.
Take a deep breath.
And exhale and release. And we're going to have you just move out into free space. You know, that 99.99999% of energy and possibility, the quantum field. And from this place, we're going to have you leap a year into the future. And over the course of this year, you've mastered, you've trained in, you've embodied these principles. And so you wake up and you own this beautiful body that you've created, your intellect, your emotions, your family, your business. They're as beautiful as you could possibly imagine.
Just notice what stands out to you and know that it's not going to look like anyone else. Notice who's there, whether or not you're alone, how you feel, where you feel compelled to move toward, what the space looks like, smells like, colors. You can't do this wrong. Just notice what you see when you're really embodying all these principles and you're really in a place of honoring who you are and all that you dream of.
You could be in the home that you had a year ago. You could be living in a dream home, or maybe you're in an apartment in Paris. There's no limits. And just take a few moments and look around. What would your life look like? Feel your body. You're vibrant, you're healthy, full of energy and passion. Think about your career. You're impacting all the people you've dreamed of. You have financial freedom. And just take a few more moments and who's in this adventure with you? Maybe a lover, partner, your children. And we're going to have you take one more breath and return to that spot in nature and sit back and
feel supported, feel nurtured, feel grounded, feel safe.
Carry some of those visions, carry some of those ideas, those dreams back with you.
And then with the next breath, just find yourself back where you are right now in this space, bringing with you everything that you need to at this time and knowing that you can always go back.
And take a moment, and if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open your eyes. And what we just did with you guys is we just played with some energy. Einstein said that the imagination is the most powerful force in the universe because knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world, and all mindful creators exercise their imagination. They see the life of their dreams clearly, they feel it, and then they go about building it. So what did you feel?
Yeah, just notice what jumps out at you. Emotionally, what it felt like, what your body feels like right now, anything that really struck you as maybe funny or unexpected, or something that really brought maybe tears or gratitude to you. Just notice what it feels like. Notice what stands out, and what did you learn about you?
Some people have a very easy time making this shift. Some people really struggle. Some people edit a lot. Well, I couldn't do this, or I couldn't have that. And so as we continue sharing and training with you guys, we're going to teach you how to shatter those barriers and expand your imagination into the life you really, really want and deserve.
And know that each time you do that, it's just practice, and it shifts and changes every time, and it gets a little bit easier to do that if you're brand new to it.
So I love this principle, and it's really key to our course. The vast majority of what's being taught today isn't valid. We've tested it, and if you're betting your life on information, you need to make sure it's the best information out there. A problem, though, is that even if you have access to valid knowledge, it's valueless until it becomes cellularized. And that's why everything we do with you, with our clients, is about training. It's about repetition. It's about embodying these principles until...
You can't just read it.
Yeah, you have to take ownership of it.
Take ownership and integrate it in all of who you are.
And that's where your life really takes off. So we want you to imagine, what if you had a process, simple, 6 steps? What if you had a compass and you were able to embody and own this compass, and in using it, you could manifest anything that you've dreamed of? Well, I
love that. I love that slide.
Yeah, this is what we just walked you through.
You just did this.
You did this. This is an ancient pre-Socratic model. The 5 elements: void, earth, water, fire, wind. And they work in this integrated flow that is so powerful, and it's truly how all creation works.
And back to that, it's actually happening even if you're not conscious of it.
Right. So if something really bad is going on in your life, it's in this flow. And if you're creating something beautiful, it's in this flow. And so this process, this compass is really the heart of what we teach. And our intention is to help you and all of our clients become mindful creators.
And we're aware that we've gone through, we're trying to do this in a short period of time so you can get a feel for this work.
Yeah, we wanted to do this in 20 minutes, and I'm looking at the clock. It looks like we're at about 40 minutes. And
so so what we've done is we've created this really cool mini course for you called the Mindful Creators. It's a 3-part mini class that will allow you to really master more than you can in this short period of time, these simple steps. And what were you going to say?
No, just that's it. We wanted to give you guys a really special invitation. You guys have now joined the community. You found us through an email or through a blog. But we realized that this message is resonating with you. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
And you want more. And you deserve more.
Right. You deserve more. So here's what we have put together. We want you to let us help you live as a mindful creator. We have an exclusive, it's a 3-part mini course. It's really fun. There's 3 videos. So in video 1, we show you how to see, feel, and connect with your dream life. We touched on that a little bit today.
Right.
We explain why your life's blueprint has to be as unique as your fingerprint. And then we show you how to get started on it. And we begin training you to develop, this is so important, the confidence and competence to pursue any goal. So that's in video 1. In video 2,
we show you how to stay motivated and fuel your goals.
That's huge, because how many times have you jumped into a program and oh my gosh, and
how about New Year's resolutions?
Burned out, right? Exactly.
We outline the 80-20 rule and how less work actually creates greater results.
Yeah,
so how many of you are working to make something happen, and it feels like it's just not the result? They're just not the results that you
It's not about doing more, guys. It's about doing the things that really matter.
And in that second video, we also show you how to achieve any goal while having fun, while enjoying the process.
This is what's so cool, guys. And we showed you some of our different clients. And we don't care if you're a corporation, an individual, or a couple. Master this process, and you can achieve any goal in it. And then we go into video 3.
And in that video, it's really fun. You get to hear a couple of case studies and real life results.
So you see the compass, the tools, and application.
And then we also help you to create your personal 90-day quantum leap action plan, where you will have a full plan to move forward on.
Right. We're going to show you step by step what you need to do to embody this information, this material.
And then back to the fun. We show you a really fun and easy way to take a quantum leap to your dream life.
So we would love to have you guys join our course. And this is going to blow you up, because you're probably going, oh my God, how much is it going to cost? Right? These guys, they've been sucking me in. How much is it going to cost?
$9, less than $10.
It's not $9. $9.99. Okay. And there's a little tongue in cheek here. If remember 9Q and the fact that energy, 99.99999% of all that is energy. We wanted to make this ridiculously easy for you guys, but we
want you in there.
But we want you to make an investment. This is a shift. If you're going to do this training, we want you to take it a little bit serious. But if you're unsure, everything we do has a best investment guarantee.
Absolutely.
You take the course. If you don't think it was the best the best $9.99 you've ever spent, we're going to give you guys a refund.
And then just to remind you what you get immediate access to the first training video.
Right. So you can join right now. You'll be given a link. It'll take you to training video number 1. And each video, you get all of these slides. You get access. You can download this information, so you don't have to be writing furiously. You get video 2 the next day, video 3 the third. We give you a lot of downloadable. You get the 6-step full compass mind map. And like I said, you get to keep all the training notes from all of the videos that you're going to be going through.
That's less than $10.
That's it, guys. So We really, really would love to have you be a part of our family.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, $9.99.
Yeah. If any of what we shared with you guys resonated,
And you want to know more,
you really want, and we go deep.
We go deep
into these three.
You thought this was intense in the
Right.
time.
Right. So,
but it's good. It's important. You're learning on so many different levels.
We did so great. We delivered 20 minutes worth of information in 45 minutes, or 25 years worth of training in 45 minutes, depending on how you look at it.
So hit the let me in button.
Hit the let me in button. I've done something terrible, but I'm human. So let's just do this. Wait. Let's get back. There we are. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bill Poett.
And I'm Dr. Laura Ciel.
We love having you on the team. And hit that let me in button and let's see what